After completing the JP Morgan Quant Mentorship Program thing, we will move on to the Google's online challenge, the mail which you might have received from Google, which is the second stage after your essay answers and CV. So let's start with it. Okay. Okay, guys. So JP Morgan's Quant Mentorship Program, this would be the third cohort, the 2022 cohort. So this is basically, this is an initiative from their part to familiarize people with quant. Quant is not a very known field, I would say, because most of the people go into either software development, ML, or something. So quant is something which lies at the intersection of math, coding, and finance. And if you are interested in working at the intersection of these three fields, and you are really, or I can frame it this way also, that if you are passionate about two and less interested in one, then also this program is for you, and you should definitely apply for it. It's a really great opportunity since the program is 1 year long, so you learn a lot throughout the course. And this is what quant is. Like whenever quant comes to your mind, just think that it is okay, math plus coding plus finance. This is what quant is. So moving forward, let's get straight to the two phases of the program. So after submitting your CV and all the information which they might have asked for on the yellow page, you will get a test link for the aptitude challenge. As far as I remember, mostly all the people who fill in the form get the test link for the aptitude challenge. I'm not really sure, but like I think so that most of the people get it. Okay, so coming to the aptitude challenge, when I gave it, it was for 60 minutes, completely MCQ based, no coding questions. So it was divided into two parts. One was math and reasoning, other one was computer fundamentals. So under the math and reasoning thing, you will get questions related to probability. It is very, very, very important. Similar questions which you must have done during your JEE preparation or during your high school, Bayes theorem, and then conditional probability, probability plus permutation combinations, so all that stuff. Next is integration. I remember there were two integration questions. One was the question where you need to find the area covered by the curve, something like area under the parabola, all that stuff. Okay, high school math. The other questions, some questions were related to differentiation. Then there were two questions based on binomial theorem where you had to, something related to the expansion and finding the coefficient, something related to that. Other one was there was a little bit of linear algebra as well, determinants and everything. So these were broadly the topics which were asked under the math and reasoning section. Coming to the computer fundamentals section, yeah, coming to the computer fundamentals section. So there were basically three kind of questions that were asked as far as I remember. So one type were data structures, MCQ, which you can practice on Geeks for Geeks. I practiced from there as well. Just go to Geeks for Geeks, search for DS MCQs, and there's a lot of stuff. Practice them topic wise: stacks, heaps, queues, trees, graphs. Okay, they won't be very difficult, but like if you have revised the topics in a pretty good way, then you will be good to go. So one is the data structures, and one is data structures MCQ. The other one is C related questions, like C programming questions. There are some concepts, which are specific to C language. So those type of questions, you can easily get them on Geeks for Geeks. Other thing was there were some questions related to Python. Okay, some specific questions like you were given. I remember there was a question where a data frame was given, and a query was written. Okay, and I had to like we had to select that what would be the output after this query was processed. So some kind of those questions. The third one was error and like find out the error and find out the output. Probably they were in C++ or Java, I don't remember. But one thing I would like to say is, in case you are not comfortable with Java or Python, or you know only C++, since I knew only C++ at that time, don't get panic. The codes are simple, and it's mainly like you have to understand the logic, which you will, because Python is very close to real world. So you just need to understand what the code is doing, and then select the correct option amongst the four. So don't get panic in case you don't know Python or C. It's pretty cool, and you will easily sail through it, so you don't need to worry about that. So this is mainly what was asked in the aptitude challenge, and it is 60 minutes long, and then I don't remember the exact number of questions, but one thing is you need to attempt as many questions as possible, because this is basically an I would say eliminatory stage. You get eliminated at this round because all the people do not receive the link for the case study challenge. So give your best, and do keep things in practice, since you all are in second year, and it might be the case that you haven't done differentiation or integration since the past 1 year. It might happen. So just open your all those high school books, start practicing a few questions, and you will be good to go. Coming to the case study challenge. So the case study challenge was basically based on like it there was no prerequisites. Firstly, they had explained everything pretty well in a there was a complete document where they had explained everything related, like every concept you required to solve the case study, and then after going through the material, you just had to code the solutions in any language of your choice. And there were like say there were two subparts in the case study. You need to solve We need to solve both of them. And it was like you can't prepare anything beforehand for the case study challenge. This is what I wanted to convey. So any questions related to aptitude challenge, case study, or quant field in general, I would be happy to answer. You can unmute yourself, or just type in the chat box. Okay, Tia, the meeting is getting recorded. Don't worry, Arnav sir has already mentioned. Okay. Um, okay, so the first question is there any negative marking in the aptitude test? No, there is no negative marking. Either it is +4 or 0. Nothing like that. You can like say you have 1 minute and you have 6 questions on the platter, so you can go about answering them, like making guesses. So there is no negative marking. Okay, could you please elaborate on quant field in specific? Okay, I can do that. Like once I, walk you through the program structure, then I will definitely do that. Ma'am, do we get time to prepare after registration? For the aptitude challenge or for the case study? Pallavi? Aptitude. Okay. So
Aptitude challenge.
okay, so when is your aptitude challenge scheduled? It's January
Ma'am,
23.
I haven't. Yeah.
23rd January. And what is the last date for the like for the registration thing? Like what is the last date for the registration?
20th January.
Okay, 20th January. So as I mentioned, most of you will get the link for the aptitude challenge. So like, your time starts now only. Okay, you can start preparing for it. What would be the worst case? You will not get the link, but this will, help you, like in case, JP Morgan comes to your campus, like after a couple of months, they will be hiring quant research through their on campus recruiting season as well. So guys, this will help you in case you don't receive the link but you have started preparing for it. It will not go in vain. So just start preparing for it. Don't worry about this thing. Okay. Next thing is what okay, is there any last date? So yeah, it's 20th. Or ma'am, case study, what type of questions will be there in case study? Okay, Vidushi. So as I said, so my case study, it was related. The first case study was based on stocks, options, and derivatives, and the second case study was related to automata. Automata theory. Okay, so it was not something that I had that I felt that I should have studied before or something. They had actually mentioned everything in the document. You just have to go through the text, apply your brains, solve, code the solutions, and it was as simple as that. So don't worry about it that you need to prepare something for the case study, but I would say focus on the aptitude challenge. Okay, Khushi is asking for maths. We just have to go through our high school book. Is that enough? Yeah, yeah, it would be enough. We just need to, see different. What happens in differentiation and integration is if you haven't, done such type of questions in the past 1 year, then you tend to. Then you don't feel actually confident. Okay, your hands do not move in the way they were moving when you were giving boards. Okay, so that's why I'm saying just come into that mode of practice once and that would be enough. Even if you do your NCRT, like you just try a couple of questions, or not even you just don't need to even open your book, just search on the internet integration, uh, uh, integration questions, not the simple ones, but yes, do a little bit tricky questions so that when you encounter easy questions in the test you are able to do them easily. Okay. Sejal is asking, what will be the level of questions asked in quant? I didn't get your question. Can you please elaborate on it? If you are there, Sejal, okay, you can ask afterwards. Okay, Harshada is asking, can you please share some resources? Okay, after the session, like see, there are no particular resources for this. It's just your high school math and everything. But for the computer fundamentals part, just go to Geeks for Geeks, search C plus DSA MCQs, C language MCQs, Python MCQs. It's just that, nothing more than that. Okay. TI is asking, the case study challenge is a week-long challenge. Do we get a small project like something? Yeah, yeah, it would be a small project, completely achievable in a like whatever time they will give. It is completely doable. Can 2022 graduates apply? No, only 2024 graduates are eligible to apply for the program. Is the level of questions in aptitude test of JE or NCRT is sufficient? As I said, you just need to get into practice. No matter you are practicing JE level questions or NCRT, you just need to, you can also do one thing: revise the integration formulas and revise the differentiation formulas. That would also be great. Should we apply for Hong Kong, Singapore, or China as India is not shown on the link provided? It is there. The link is active. I have seen it myself. How many computer fundamental DS questions were there? So uh, they were equal in number. I actually don't remember the questions, but I think there were 45 questions in total. Maybe 25 were aptitude and reasoning, math and reasoning, and 20 were computer fundamentals, or 25 were computer fundamentals. Some this kind of distribution was there. Okay, so Sejal is asking level of questions, easy, medium, or hard level. I would say it was medium, not hard at all, uh, ranging from moderately easy to medium, something of that, something of that range. Okay, guys, so let's move on to the next part. Okay, so the best part. What does the program actually offer? So the so the program offers you four things broadly. So the first thing is they connect you with a person working at the firm, working at JP Morgan, and he or she is your, one-to-one mentor. You can contact him or her anytime. You can discuss any problem with her, like related to industry, related to your career, or any career choice you want to make, or if you are interested in learning more about finance, they will guide you to the right resource. And like it's like a complete package. You can actually reach out, you can just mail them that you, hey, I want a catch up call. And so it works like that. So for 1 year you are assigned to a person at the firm. He or she might be a VP, a vice president, associate, or an analyst. Okay, so one is the one-to-one mentorship. Second is they give you access to their online coursework. So they have made their they have curated their own coursework, which has a lot of topics related to math, finance, and some coding. So you get access to it. Third are the sessions and the mini projects. So throughout 1 year, you have a lot of sessions, like probably I would say you have 15 to 18 sessions in total. So they have planned it in a very structured manner. Okay, so you have sessions related to commodities, derivatives. Then you have sessions related to linear algebra. You have sessions related to probability. Then you have sessions related to dynamic programming, system designs. So you have a lot of sessions, and after a couple of sessions, 6 sessions, you have a mini project which you need to work upon, and you can present your solutions. So this is one thing. And apart from this, there are sessions with senior leaders at JP Morgan. So I remember in our orientation, like when the program kicked off, so uh, there is a person, who is basically the, I don't remember, but he is kind of like at a very high position. Like he manages JP Morgan India and JP Morgan UK. So he came for the orientation, and like you get to talk to a lot of senior leaders. They share their views, they share how the life of a quant is, or how their career has been till now, how what was their career path. So you get to talk to a lot of people. Okay, so the fourth thing is you get an opportunity to interview with them for the role of like uh, like internship interview for the role of quantitative research analyst, just after you complete your second year. So like when the internship season will start in your college, probably 15 days before the internship season starts, they will take your interviews, and if you are selected for it, then you are good to go. I'll be also interning there only in the summer of 2022. So these are the four perks that come with the program. And apart from this, you get to know a lot about the culture of the company, because you are talking to a lot of people there, and you have regular sessions. So like it's a great experience, I would say. My experience has been pretty good till now. So any questions related to any of these things, I would be happy to answer. Okay. Isha is asking what was the highlight of her mentorship session in 2021 cohort. Uh, Dear, my session has still not ended. It will end in March or May. I'm not really sure. Like before my internship starts, it will end. So, once I sail through the program, then only I'll be able to share the highlight. But as of now, the highlight has been the one-to-one mentorship. Like my mentor is a vice president at JP Morgan India, and it really feels great to have like monthly or bi-weekly calls with her. So this is something which is really great. Okay, so let's move on to the next part. Okay, so this is broadly what the program is, how you need to prepare for it, what it offers, and like that. So there are some tips which I would like to share with each one of you. So the first tip is, guys, please don't panic and please don't take stress. Okay, the test is quite easy to medium level. There is nothing, you need to like. There is nothing which can uh, like if you think you haven't done enough coding, okay, so that won't be a problem. It's okay. You can just go to Geeks for Geeks, start practicing data structures, MCQ, and you will be good to go. In case you are not familiar with the concepts, just go to any YouTube channel, understand the basics of trees, how binary search tree, how do we search in that, the basic things. So you don't need to worry about it when it comes to the aptitude challenge. Just don't panic. uh, like just chill, practice, and you will be good to go. Okay. Second is, I have already mentioned it twice or thrice, but if you are not handy with high school math, just practice a little bit to get into the flow, so that you are not so that you are able to solve the questions during that time. uh, yeah. Third tip would be DSA MCQs. I have already mentioned it. Go to Geeks for Geeks, start practicing it. Fourth is the level would be easy to medium, nothing more than that. Fifth is also, since a lot of people encounter this problem, that although they are able to solve integration questions or differentiation questions normally, but when there is a like when there is a time bounded test, then they are not able to solve it. So if that is the case, then give yourself a time bounded practice. Just keep a watch that I have to solve, say, 10 questions uh, in say, see, I remember 60 minutes. So, like, you should not give any question more than 1.5 minutes, I would say. Like one, like you should solve it in a minute or so. Okay. Okay, next tip is attempt as many as possible. As I mentioned that since there is no negative marking, even if you are, if you have a lot of questions and time is less, then you can go with guessing for some of them. And last tip would be on 23rd January, if it is scheduled on that day only, just give the test and forget about it. Okay. Just don't think that, oh, whether I will receive the link for the case study challenge or not, or how I have performed. It's okay. There are a lot of opportunities out there. If this is, uh, if this is not for you, then a lot others are for you. It's okay. So don't just stress about it. Give the test and chill. And this was all from my side for the Quant program. Uh, if you have anything to ask, like any questions, any sort of queries related to preparation, program, or um, the benefits that comes along with the program, or anything, you can just unmute yourself or just write in the chat box. So Niyati is asking, how long will the aptitude test be? Yeah, Khushi has answered it. It would be 60 minutes long. Okay. Um, Guys, I'm not really sure about this location thing, but since a lot of people were, pretty sure that the forms have opened, so I am not sure. You can, just check it out. Okay, any specific thing they look for in resume for selecting students for aptitude test, or everyone receives the aptitude test link? Okay, so this is their, internal matter. I'm not really sure about whether they give the aptitude test link to everyone, but what I remember is that almost all my friends who had filled the registration form received the test link. So coming to CV, you should have a nice CV, well structured, and go to Overleaf in case you don't have one. Just hop to Overleaf, prepare a nice, good CV, and um, it would be great. But nothing more than that. How many total questions in aptitude test? As I mentioned, I don't remember clearly, but there were almost 45 questions, MCQs only. How many questions in total, and is it equally divided amongst each topic? No, not equally divided. It would be 20-25, 20 for either computer fundamentals and 25 for the math part. Some sort of this distribution would be there. I don't really remember. Arushi is asking, can you give us an idea about how many students are selected all over India? Yes. Okay, so this is something I missed. So in my cohort, there are 35 students from all over India. Uh, and in the last cohort, there were 20 students. And in this cohort, probably there would be more. So they don't take a lot of students. So that's why I'm saying attempt as many questions as possible so that you receive the link for case study, and then, yeah. Ma'am, for which country should I apply? You should apply for India, but I'm not, like, even I'm thinking, why is, India being shown invalid? Niharika is asking, I'm a second year student, what things I can focus? Are you asking this question in general or related to the quant program, related to the preparation of quant program? Niharika, can you please write in the chat box? Quant, okay. Dear, I have already told you, that if you are not aware of, like, you need to broadly do math and fundamentals. If you think, you are good with math, go to fundamentals. If you think you are good with fundamentals, go to math. So, yeah. Initial intake, okay. Priyanka is asking, in computer fundamentals, what all would be covered? DS, OS, DBMS? Okay, not at all. OS would not be asked at any cost. Only data structures, Python questions, C++ questions, C question, few C questions, and DBMS was also not there. So no OS and DBMS. There is no restriction on college or college tier, right? I don't think they haven't mentioned it anywhere. I don't think so. No, computer networks won't be asked. The selected candidates are strictly related to computer science, IT, or MNC. No, no, not at all. So in our cohort, there are few students from chemical also. They are from IIT Roorkee, chemical engineering. Few are from mechanical. Many are like few from computer science, few from math and computing. So it is a mixed cohort. Don't worry about the branch. Priyanshi is asking, so while going through LinkedIn, I noticed that almost all students selected in this program are from IIT, BITS, or DTU. So is there any criteria as this for the program? See, they change this every year. So, like when they released the program for the first time in 2020, it was not even open for DTU. Okay. So next time they opened it, and might be this time they are allowing everyone. So it is their internal matter. You just need to focus upon this thing, that just fill the form, start preparing, and this is your work. Don't focus upon this thing, that what college criteria. And as I said, uh, even if you don't get selected, then it's okay. Then Microsoft Engage will be there after a couple of months, and Step was there. So there are a lot of things. Kirti is asking, ma'am, is this program only for girls or boys also? It is. I think it is only for girls, because there are only girls in my cohort. Uh, and I'm See, it is for girls, as far as I know, but I don't know if they haven't mentioned it. So yeah, if my college name is not listed there, what will I choose? There is an option. I read somewhere there is an option saying other, so you can choose that option, Bhumi. Divyasri is asking, what about object-oriented programming? Will it be asked? Yeah, friends, like, in C++ or in, like, it might be asked, like, something related to constructors, destructors, friends function. I don't remember if it was asked, but since the concepts are, pretty small, you can go through them. Devanshi is saying, I have my final exam of 23rd Jan. I won't be able to give, but do they keep multiple timings of such things throughout the year? No, dear. The program is they launch it only once in a year, and there is a window. Like, I think there is a 1 hour window where you can give the test. So in case you are done with your final exam early, then you can go for it. Shika is asking, is interview also included in the selection process? No, there was no interview for us. Since they changed the process every year, I'm not sure in your case, but for it was not there for us, not for the previous cohort. Manasvi is asking what topics to prepare for computer fundamentals. Okay, I'll repeat it. Data structures, Python programming, error, output, and a little bit of oops. Aptitude link is given on the basis of resume, or everyone gets the link for aptitude. Uh, as far as I know, everyone gets the link, but uh, I'm not really sure, because like, when I was applying, I didn't know anyone from any other college who was applying, so that I could confirm this thing. So I'm not really sure about this. I'm sorry. And is saying, I joined a bit late, so can you just quickly brief about what is the general idea of a case study, like what it is related to? Sorry. Okay, we are recording the session. We will share the recording with you. But once I'm done with all the questions, I will surely summarize it for you. Okay, Tia is asking, ma'am, could you please elaborate on quant field? Sorry for asking again. No need to be sorry. Okay. So, quant field is basically like, see, in quant, basically, see, even I don't know a lot, because I have been, into the program for the past 6 months or so, and I am still discovering about it. Maybe I will get a better idea when I intern with him. So, but I can give you a generic view. So, you get to work with a lot of data. You there are a lot of teams basically. Okay, there is a credit risk team, there is a security team, there is a derivative pricing team, there is a commodity team. So there are a lot of teams. So uh, and every team works differently, so they have their own tech stack, they have, but in general the work requires skills in math, coding, and a little bit knowledge of finance, which they will give you if you are selected for the program. So don't think that, if you don't know any finance, I didn't actually know anything about finance before the program. But if you are selected, they will, as I mentioned, they give you access to their own online coursework, and then they have sessions, so you will get a little idea about it. Yeah. So then Manasvi is asking, can you repeat the computer fundamental topics, please, or write in chat box? Harushi has done that for me. Thank you, Harushi. Um, which Muskan is saying, may I ask my question through audio, or it's mandatory to type? Kindly please tell. We haven't uh, for the Google step. Okay, you can unmute yourself.
Hello, ma'am.
Hi.
Ma'am, my question is like I belong to a electronics branch, but
Okay.
still I participate in hackathons. I've been into Java since last 4 years and everything.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm in the first year of my college.
Yeah.
So still, to if they shortlist the resume in such scholarships, do
Yeah.
they defer me on the branch if I have my coding skills on the resume? And if you could tell me.
No, no, not at all. See, branch used to be a criteria few years back, I would say, but what I have seen now is, uh, they also want a diverse team. As I mentioned that, uh, as I mentioned that in my cohort there are people from civil, computer science, IT,
Okay.
mathematics and computing, then metallurgical. It is a mixed cohort, so don't worry about that. And coming to other opportunities as well, so the Generation Google Scholarship, there also, we have a mixed cohort. We have two, three girls from biotech and civil. Uh, then computer science girls are there, and so don't worry about it, just be confident about your skills, about your coding, and it's just that, don't worry about this much.
Okay. Thank you so much, ma'am, for your
No
time.
worries. Yeah, okay, so the next question is, okay, there are no more questions related to the program, and I hope I have answered your queries related to the program. And I'm just sending you my LinkedIn link here. You can just ping me, if you have anything to ask, or I'm sending my email ID as well. Just send an email in case you want to ask anything. Okay, so let's move to the next part of the session, which is related to Google's online challenge, which is a part of Generation Google Scholarship. So when I appeared for the challenge, so my challenge was totally MCQ based. There were no coding questions, but they have completely changed the process this time. And I saw that, you have to attempt one of the two coding questions in a span of 60 minutes. So what I would suggest is, start practicing a little bit on lead code, uh, because mostly Google doesn't, uh, like their questions are very original. Okay, so it might be a case that you haven't encountered the question previously. It might happen. So you just revise the concepts, start practicing a little bit on lead code, try medium level questions so that whatever the level of question, it won't be a hard question. I'm pretty sure it won't be a hard question. It would be ranging somewhere greater than easy, less than equal to medium, in that range. So start practicing it, and your combined performance in the online challenge, your essays and your CV will play a huge role in getting you selected for the next round, which would be the interview round. So I really can't, share my experience when it comes to the online challenge, as my process was different. But I can only what I can only suggest is start practicing a little bit, like few questions. And okay, so Khushi is asking what topics we should practice and focus. Okay, see, this is. Uh, uh, I'm not really sure about this, that what topics you can focus upon, but I would say cover as many topics as possible. You can start with heaps, hash maps, then hop onto trees, then linked list, so that you have you are able to do it at that time. Okay, so I can't suggest any topic which you can focus upon completely, but then I would say try to solve questions related to as many topics as possible. uh, okay, so there are a lot of questions coming in. There she is asking, would it be story type questions like CCMCF or like lead code? uh, they Okay, so has any one of you attempted the sample challenge? You can just unmute yourself and tell me so that I'm able to
Yes,
answer
I
this.
did.
Yes, ma'am.
So what type of questions were
Ma'am,
asked?
they were too easy
मैम
actually.
सिंपल मैथ्स टाइप क्वेश्चन मैम रोक लगा के सॉल्व हो रहे थे.
Okay, okay, yeah. So as the sample questions are not very difficult, so you can expect that they won't be obviously CCCF type, but they won't be that easy also. But yes, they would be somewhere, as I mentioned, greater than easy, less than medium. Now I won't say equal to medium, because you have because the sample questions are easy, so you can expect it in the range uh, greater than easy, less than medium. Okay. Khushi is asking, okay, this I have answered. Interview will be personal one or technical one? Okay, Sejal. So, see, when I gave my interview, it was a pretty long interview, say 35 minutes or so, but 35-40 minutes. But in your case, I read in the initial document they had put up on different platforms, that it would be just a 15-minute call. So I think it is just to validate your CV, your essay answers with your personality, like apart from CV, what you have done, what you are doing currently. So it would be a non-technical interview most probably. I'm just telling you from my experience. Earlier they used to ask a lot about projects and all. I'm not really sure if they will ask you all these things, but most probably it would be a non-technical interview. Okay, so Ishita is asking, we need to register first for the test, right? A link will be given in the mail. Yes, you will receive the link. Vanshika is asking, I'm starting with DSA. Can you please guide me how to prepare for the tech round? For the tech round of Google Online Challenge. Okay, so if you are starting with DSA, just don't think that you have to cover all the topics. Whatever you are doing, just try to do it in a just try to complete it. Don't do like this, that today you have picked trees, just learned say 15% of it, and hop to the next topic. Don't do like that. If you have started with trees, at least gain basic level understanding. Try a few questions, few simple questions like searching in a tree, or uh, lowest common ancestor, some these kind of questions, and then hop to the next topic. See, don't feel, also I would say, don't feel underconfident that that I have just started, how will I do. It's okay if you have just started, then you don't know what kind of question might come. You might get a question which is very easy, so it's okay, just start with it. And see this, everyone needs a push, so might be this online challenge is a push for you, so that you can start with DSA, take it like that. uh, okay, so Shivangi is asking, is there a interview round after clearing the coding round? Yes, only a bunch, like a very few people get through the get the link for the interview round. Harshada is asking, are the applications of Generation Google Scholar open? No, no, they are closed. Uh, guys, why are you writing yes? I'm quite confused about this. Uh, Tia or Yashika, can you please tell me, or Shivangi or Achal or Shivangi?
Ma'am, you asked that how many of the students have given the practice test.
Oh, okay. Thanks. Yeah. So next question is, it was not. Navya is asking, ma'am, can you tell about your interview experience? Asked. Just 1 minute. I am having water and I'll answer it. Yes. Coming to my interview, it was a non-technical interview. I was asked to introduce myself, and then uh, she asked me questions like, what are our aspirations, what are our goals in life, uh, if I'll be given, say, $10,000, then what would I do for the upliftment? Like, which society, what issue would I like to solve? Like, how would I spend that money, basically? Uh, Next, one question I remember, she asked me that, you know, uh, it is a very good conversation. Basically, you enjoy that interview. It is not that DSA interview, where you are so nervous and all. It is a very nice conversation, and since our interview would be just 15 minutes long, so it would be even I would say it would be a quick one. So they just want to know you as a person, how you are as a person and everything. Nothing more than that. How many times you can give practice challenge? I am not sure about this. Harika is asking what type of questions are being asked in an interview round of Google APAC Generation Scholarship. Okay, so just a second. When I was preparing for the interview, I had curated a doc where I had, um, compiled all the questions asked in the previous interviews. I will share that doc with you. Just wait. Okay. Yeah, these are the two links which you can refer to. I am putting them in the chat box. While preparing for the interviews, you can refer to these links, and I'll also conduct mock interviews when you guys will start receiving links for the interview. Okay. So next is, if we perform really bad in the coding round, and why are you thinking that you will perform bad? Think on the positive side, no? Um, just think that you will perform about 70 people this some people were from other countries as well, since it's an APAC scholarship. So some were from Singapore, some were from China and all that. So I'm not sure that how many were from India, but I would say like almost 59 to 60 people were from India only. But I'm not sure what would happen this year. Okay. Does everyone get the same questions in GGS challenge? No, everyone will get different questions. When we practice a question and we don't get it, then we have to search for it, and this lowers the confidence. How can we deal with it? Okay, so this happens with everyone. Okay, so just give it, say, 40 minutes, 30 minutes, maybe an hour. Maybe if the question is very interesting, you can give it 2 hours. But if you're not able to solve it, then just don't waste a lot of time, because there are some questions, um, like when we go to the solutions, we understand the concept, and then we are able to understand them in a much better way. So it's okay if don't I know we tend to feel underconfident, but then our concepts are building. We are getting familiarized with new ways which might not come, which we might not think of. So just take it as a learning. I have just started DSA and I'm not feeling confident for the online challenge. Don't worry about it. It's okay. You don't know. You never know what kind of question you will get. Just give your best and leave the rest. Just don't worry about it. Just keep practicing. Uh, do most people who fill up the form for GGS receive the links for the online coding challenge? I think most of them receive it, but uh, I think like most people receive it. Yeah. Guys, any other questions? Anything you would like to ask or anything else? No, everyone will not ask will not get the same questions. It might be the case that your friend, like, see, you have a choice of two questions, so you and your friend might get one question in common. This might be the case. So yeah. Vanshita is asking, ma'am, I have a doubt regarding JP Quant. Yeah, ask me. Unmute yourself.
Ma'am, I am applying for that registration form, and in the college section, like my college is not coming there. So, like I have. So
Yeah. There is an option, like other. Yeah.
Sorry.
There is an option which says other.
Okay, I'm searching for it.
Like, I don't know, but I just read it somewhere. People were mentioning.
Yes, ma'am, there is an option of other university.
Yeah. Then you can just choose it.
Thank you.
No problem. Mm. When does JPMC code for good hackathon starts? I am not really aware about it. I'm sorry. Pragya, any advice for the one who is preparing for summer internships? Practice the essay, build 1 2 good projects, have a good CGPA, have a good CV. It would be, say, if we prioritize it, so it would be DSA. First is DSA, then CGPA, then 1 2 good projects, then CV. This should be the order. What kind of yeah. Sandhya is asking what kind of projects do they expect? Who, Generation Google people or JP Morgan people? Any project which creates a social impact or something. Like you are helping people out there. You have built something for the disabled people or person with, like, for people with a disability. Or you are doing something for upliftment of women in tech or anything which is beneficial for people. Okay, guys, I think that's all for now. And if you have any queries, you can just, email me or ping me on LinkedIn. And for other queries, we will have other sessions with as a part of Codess.Cafe. So I will wrap up for today. Do reach out to me in case you need any kind of help related to the programs. I'll be more than happy to answer them. Thank you. I hope it was beneficial for you. And okay, then. Bye bye.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay, so there is a section which says.
I can't hear you
Sorry.
properly. Is it only with me, or is she not audible in general?
Hello. Am I
Hello.
audible?
Your voice is breaking. Is it for me, or is it breaking in general for others also? Divya, you can write in the chat box, or you can, okay, yeah, you can type.